now you share me your screen, or you just walk me through and just give me a diagrams in the paint, or however you want me to explain, you explain it. So anyways, I will also be explaining it. Yes, okay. It is not like I am imposing something. I wanted to see your analogy, how you will understand the cyber security.
Okay.
Okay. So you will be seeing it. Okay. And this is my hypervisor. So this is my Hyper-V. Okay. Just like how you are doing it on VMware workstation. Okay. This is on the Remanex here, and I have Kali here, and I have VMs. Okay. So let me log in into this. Okay. My VM. Okay. This is my VM. Okay. So I am logging in now. So once I logged in, I have data inside there. Okay. So C drive, D drive, it is my data. Okay. So let's say it is my important data. Okay. Let me open up. So here I have my important data, C drive, D drive, F drive, something like that. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. What is this that you are looking at? Okay. So the question here is, okay, what are the assets here? So asset is my OS, user data, and network access. So all are my assets only. Okay. So all whatever is running on the operating system here in my host operating system, that is all my let me get that. Okay. Here. So your asset is your operating system. The entire operating system is also your asset. So whatever you have configured, your Linux kernel, your system files, your installed packages, all part of it is your asset. Okay. And the user data, whatever you have kept it, these are the inside files. Okay. So whatever you have kept inside that, this is my data. Okay, this is user data. So the entire virtual machine is my asset here. Whether it is a physical host or operating system, all that. Okay. And the network access is my IP addresses, my network socket, my active internet connection, my subnet mask, all that. I am going here inside and okay, I am putting it now the IP addresses. I want to know the IP address. IP config. Okay. This is also my important information. Okay. So these are all belonging to the asset class only. So they are not treated as a information. They will be categorized as your assets here. Okay. So what are the threats here? Threats means any malware, any Trojan, ransomware, or any malicious script executing without our permission. Either it is in your host operating system or in guest operating system. And what are the threats is unauthorized access. Okay. Unauthorized access, whether you are doing a brute force attempts. Okay. So let me open up here. I will explain it. take a pen here. So you have here your host. Okay. On top of it, you have installed virtualization. Okay. So then, from here you are getting the internet here. That's what you explained. Okay. Very good. Then you are running the virtualization. VMs you are running. Okay. So here again you are having the IP address here. Okay. So IP address. Okay. So you can have it through network. Okay. So this is also you will be connecting it through network only, or else you will be connecting it to the network. Okay. Whether it is wired or wireless. Okay. So wherever it is coming the threat here. Okay. Whether your IP is exposed or your inside this, sorry, one more you need to have. So again inside that you have IP, then you will have data here. Okay. C drive, D drive, or if it is Linux, then / user home. Okay. So this is where your data will reside. Okay. All your packages, everything. Okay. This is the data, user data. Okay. So the threat is like you are getting a threat at multiple levels, whether it is coming it from the network side, or is it targeting the virtual machine, or is it targeting the IP, or is it stealing the data, or is it stealing the resources here. Okay. So you have here CPU and memory, okay, and hard disk. So what it is consuming. Okay. So these are all your asset class. Now you will be going to again threats here. So unauthorized access. This is also a threat here. Okay. So how the threat here is? We will look into the example. Okay. So you have enabled SSH access, okay, or any login access you want. Okay. So what I am doing is here, okay, I will be using 00000000001 like that. I will be using all the numbers here. Okay. Once I match, I will open that. This is called brute forcing. So I want to use brute force like this. So you will be knocking the door continuously, so that unless you get opened here, you will be knocking the door. So that is called brute force. Okay. That is also one type of threat here. Okay. And there is weak passwords here. So people will be putting that 1 2 3 4 5 6 or dictionary passwords. So these are all called as threats here. Data theft is copying the data. So your data is being copied. These are all with respect to threat. Okay. Then here control. How you are going to control that? Okay. So how are you going to restrict it? Let's say I will restrict it. Okay. So you have enabled the firewall, right? One time. So if I am going to trying to attack it here, let's say the attack is coming it from the different host. Okay, host 1, host 2, this is host 1. Okay, someone is trying to attack you. So what you will do, you will enable the firewall at the OS level. OS level you will enable the firewall so that the ping will not be, it will not respond. So this we have done it, right? So enabling and disabling the firewall. So all OS will have a OS firewall, okay? That is called host firewall. So you can have, this is your internet, okay? Before going to the traffic, so we will have a firewall here, okay? Where it will protect my traffic here and then it will enter. So again at the host level, you can have one more firewall, okay, at the Windows level. Then at the VM level, inside VM, again you will have OS, then you can have one more firewall here, okay. So in this way you can be securing your data here. So you want to defend the data here and you need to be regularly updating the patches here. Whenever there are patches, you should be updating the patches here. Okay. And then you need to put the strong password policies. Policies means this also we discussed, like you should have alphanumeric character and special character, small letters, small characters, then capital letters, then numeric, and then special character. And the password should be more than 9 to 13 characters. Okay. So this we will see what is SSH, public key authentication, all that we will see it. Okay, if you are not having experience, that is why I am not telling it. So once we are done with the Linux, we will be going through this. Okay. So now you see the architecture diagram here. Okay. So you have your host hardware, then you have installed Windows 11 on top of it, then you have installed VMware Workstation, hypervisor, either VirtualBox or anything you wanted to put it here. This is your virtualization. Then you have guest OS here. Okay. Then you have application or your data inside. Okay. That is how you will be classifying the data here. So now if you are doing it for the isolation, okay, what's the question here? Okay, controls, all this is all done. Then you have, this is also done. Okay. So now explaining by VMware isolation and VMware hardware. VM hardening contribute to security. Okay. So you have lot of options in VMware, like how it is divided. So let me take one more diagram here. Okay. What was the topic? I forgot the topic. VMware isolation. So VMware isolation, okay, you have VM here, okay. So you have a physical machine, you have a physical network here, okay. This is your network. And this is, let's say this is your internet. Okay, this is how it is connected. Okay. So in VMware you have bridged connection, okay. You have NAT connection, okay, and you have host only connection. Okay, so NAT bridged. Okay, and then so mainly three you have guest only network. Okay, so these are the important network settings in VMware. Okay, this will be your bridge. Let me write. This is NAT. Okay, this is host only. This is guest network. Okay, so now, so if you are configuring as bridged network, okay, this will go directly into the network. So there is no contact here. So these are the network adapters. Let me tell it. Okay, so this is how your network adapters will be connected to the VMs here. Okay, so let's say you have configured one VM. Okay, this is your VM. So you want to configure it as a bridged adapter. Okay, this VM you configured as bridged adapter. It will directly talk to the network. So it will not ask for host OS here. So this is your Windows OS. This is your host. Okay, this is your guest. It will directly speak to the network. Okay, now you have one more network. Okay, NAT. Let's say you are using NAT here. Okay, now it will talk to this guy. Okay, Windows guy, and then it will go to the network. It's not going directly. If you are configuring as NAT network, it will translate it. It will hide its IP address. Okay, so now you are configuring it as a guest only, host only network. Okay, so your VM will talk to host. That's it. It will not talk to other networks. It will be just host only between this and this. Okay, so now you are configuring as a guest network. Okay, so you have one guest. Okay, one more guest VM, and you have one more VM. They will talk to each other. Okay, but they will not speak to Windows host, and they will not directly connect to the network. Okay, they completely work in isolation. Those are the settings that you have in your VMware or virtualization platform. That is how your network is isolated. Okay, so now let me pass the recording here. If you configure it with host only network, it will speak only to the host here. Okay. So if you configure it as VMnet 8, okay, it will connect to the internet using the host IP address. Shared host IP address with the VMs. Whatever you have it on your Windows, laptop, it will use that and it will go outside using that IP. Okay. So now here you click on the change settings here. Click on that. Okay. So if it is asking yes, you click on yes. Now you add network here. It is added VMnet 0 auto bridging here. Okay. So now you know the bridging connection VMnet 0, which will directly connect to the network here. If you select that VMnet 0, it will directly connect it to the network. Okay. Now what you do, you create one more network, add network, VMnet 2, okay. that is a host only network. Okay. So you can configure it as NAT also, but it will not take, only one it will take. Okay. And bridged adapter also only one it will take. So you change it to bridged adapter, it will tell, okay, I have already bridged. Okay. So you want to use this, you go and use the other adapter, it will give you that option. Or else you leave me a separate network. That is what it says. Okay. So now you click on add one more network. Click on OK. So now at the right hand side you see that networks are being added at the right hand side. No, in that only, yeah, right hand side, okay, subnet address, okay. These are all the addresses that virtual VMware workstation has created. So you have a networking stack here inside your laptop now, okay. Now you open run cmd command prompt. Now type IEP config, enter. How many address you have? No, 251, 181, okay, one more, scroll up. Three IP address, right, you have? 1, 2, 3, okay, but you have attached 4 adapters. No, you enabled the 4 adapters there. One it will be auto bridging, okay, and the others are the different networks now. Okay. Now click on minimize this, okay, minimize this, click on OK, okay. So you got to know that Ubuntu password, username and password you have. You log in into the Ubuntu or whatever you are running. Okay, now run terminal now here. Search and run terminal. IP space A, IP space A, that's it, not AF, A. Enter. Okay. What the IP address you got? No, that is broadcast IP. So there is one more IP address you got, 192.168 dot 250.120 okay. That is your IP address that you got it from that network. Okay. So now you power on this Ubuntu, okay, and you add network adapters. So you power on your Ubuntu now. Yeah, you power on, power off. So inside you power off, or you can type shutdown command. Okay, we cancel this, So now we go back to Ubuntu and you add the network adapters. Okay, right click, settings. Okay, so you add it, add one more network adapter. Add, click on add. Very good. Click on add, select network adapter. Okay, now you change it to host only. Okay. Host only, you don't have it, that is why what you are doing, click on the custom here, custom. In that host only you have one more here, custom. Yeah, click on that. Now you select the host only, VMnet 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay. Now you add one more adapter now. Custom. Okay. Bridge it, take bridge it VMnet 0. VMnet 0. It is already taken, right? Click OK. Okay, now power on.
So I don't know.
Yeah, now you log in now.
No, it's not doing it. It's not logging. Okay. Why is it not logging?
Just allow some time. Let it log in. If it is not logging in, okay, what you do, you remove that, you disconnect those adapters. You remove that bridged adapter.
Okay.
Let that get powered off, powered off.
Should I do it for the minutes?
No, that's it. Once you are done, it is done for that. So you have done it only for one, right? Okay. Now you power on. Looks like that NAT adapter is not allowing you to logging in. Okay.
No, sir.
So sometimes your windowing will not happen. Okay, if there are multiple adapters. Okay. So this is how you will be segregating that. I will pass the recording.